There's one mistake that will blow up your Subaru head gaskets. Not gradually, not eventually, but catastrophically and quickly. This isn't about normal head gasket failure that happens over time. This isn't about the typical 100,000 to 150,000 mile failure that EJ25 engines are known for. I'm talking about a specific mistake that destroys head gaskets in weeks or months instead of years. A mistake that takes a perfectly healthy engine and turns it into a $3,000 repair overnight. The worst part? Most Subaru owners make this mistake without realizing it. They think they're doing the right thing. They think they're taking care of their car, but they're actually creating the exact conditions that cause catastrophic head gasket failure. I've seen this mistake destroy head gaskets on engines with only 50,000 miles. Engines that should have had another 100,000 miles of life left, gone, because of this one preventable error. And here's the kicker. Once this mistake causes head gasket failure, the damage happens fast. You might have days or weeks before complete engine destruction. Not months, not years, days. Today, I'm revealing exactly what this mistake is, why it destroys head gaskets so quickly, how to know if you're making it, and how to stop before it costs you thousands. Whether you drive a Forester, Outback, WRX, Legacy, Impreza, or any other Subaru, if you make this mistake, your head gaskets are on borrowed time. Let's get into it. The mistake: overheating and continuing to drive. Here it is. The mistake that will blow up your Subaru head gaskets: overheating your engine and continuing to drive instead of stopping immediately. I can already hear you thinking, obviously overheating is bad. Everyone knows that. But here's what most people don't understand. The difference between normal head gasket failure and catastrophic head gasket failure is literally how you respond to overheating. Stop immediately and cool down. You might get away with minimal damage. Keep driving? You've just destroyed your head gaskets and possibly your entire engine. Why overheating destroys head gaskets? Instantly. Let me explain the physics of why overheating is so catastrophic for Subaru engines specifically. The thermal expansion problem. When your engine overheats, metal components expand at different rates. Aluminum cylinder heads expand faster and more than the cast iron cylinder liners. The head gaskets are sandwiched between these two materials, experiencing different thermal expansion. At normal operating temperature, 195 to 205 degrees Fahrenheit, the expansion is controlled and the gaskets handle it fine. At overheating temperatures, 230 degrees Fahrenheit plus, the expansion becomes extreme. The aluminum heads expand significantly, while the liners expand less. This creates shearing forces on the head gasket that it wasn't designed to handle. The warping effect, extreme heat, causes the aluminum cylinder heads to warp. Even slight warping, 0.003 to 0.005 inches, is enough to break the head gasket seal. Once the seal breaks, coolant and oil start mixing. Combustion gases leak into the cooling system. The failure cascades rapidly. Here's the critical part. This warping can happen in minutes at extreme temperatures. You don't need hours of overheating. Just 5 to 10 minutes of severe overheating can permanently warp aluminum heads. The Boxer engine vulnerability Subaru's horizontally opposed Boxer engine makes this problem worse. The cylinder heads are mounted on the sides of the engine, not the top. Gravity doesn't help keep coolant around the heads like it does in a traditional engine. When coolant is lower boiling, air pockets form in the highest points of the cooling system. In a Boxer engine, those highest points are critical areas of the combustion chambers. Air pockets equals local overheating equals instant head gasket failure. The cascade effect. Once overheating starts, it accelerates. Coolant boils and expands. Pressure builds in the cooling system. Head gaskets begin to fail. Combustion gases enter the cooling system. More pressure builds. More coolant boils off. Temperatures spike even higher. Head gasket failure becomes catastrophic. This cascade can happen in 10 to 15 minutes of continued driving while overheated. the critical temperature threshold. Here's what you need to understand about your temperature gauge. Normal operating range, 195 to 205 degrees Fahrenheit. The needle should sit right in the middle of the gauge. This is where your engine is designed to run. Head gaskets handle this temperature range perfectly for hundreds of thousands of miles. Warning zone, 210 to 220 degrees Fahrenheit. The needle starts creeping above center. You're not in immediate danger yet, but something is wrong. You need to investigate and address the problem soon. Danger zone, 220 to 235 degrees Fahrenheit. The needle is 3/4 of the way to the red zone. Head gasket damage is beginning to occur. You need to pull over and shut down within 1 to 2 minutes. Catastrophic zone, 235 degrees Fahrenheit plus. The needle is in or approaching the red zone. Head gaskets are failing right now. Warping is occurring. Stop immediately or face complete engine destruction. Every second you continue driving at this temperature causes permanent, expensive damage. The fatal decision: keep driving versus pull over. Here's where most people make the fatal mistake. The temperature gauge climbs into the danger zone. They notice it, and then they make a decision. Option 1, I'm almost home, / to the shop, / to my destination. I'll just nurse it there. This is the fatal mistake. Almost there might be 5 minutes. Those 5 minutes can cause $3,000 to $6,000 in damage. Option 2, pull over immediately and shut down. This is the correct response. Yes, it's inconvenient. Yes, you might need a tow truck. Yes, it disrupts your day, but it saves your engine. The difference between these two decisions is literally thousands of dollars and weeks of downtime. Before we continue, head gasket failure is just one of many catastrophic issues that can destroy your Subaru if you don't know the warning signs. I've documented every critical checkpoint, every warning sign to watch for, and exactly how to respond in the 500,000-mile car maintenance blueprint. It's designed to help you avoid the expensive mistakes that total Subarus every day. Link in the description. Get it before the next warning light appears. Real-world examples. What happens when you keep driving? Let me give you 3 real examples I've personally witnessed. Example 1. The almost home decision. 2010. Outback with 95,000 miles. Temperature gauge climbed to 3/4 on the highway. Owner thought, I'm only 10 minutes from home. I'll just slow down and baby it. He made it home. But during those 10 minutes, both cylinder heads warp. All 4 head gaskets failed. Coolant mixed with oil, damaging main bearings. Combustion gases pressurized the cooling system and cracked the radiator. Final repair cost: $5,200. Heads resurfaced, new gaskets, new radiator, oil system flush, new bearings. If he'd pulled over immediately, probably $800 to $1,200 for coolant system repair and maybe gasket replacement as preventive measure. His almost home decision cost him $4,000 extra. Example 2. The ignored warning. 2008 Forester with 78,000 miles. Driver noticed temperature creeping up, but not quite into the red. She drove for 30 minutes with elevated temperature thinking, it's not that bad. By the time she pulled over, severe head gasket failure on both sides. Heads so warped they couldn't be resurfaced. Required replacement cylinder heads, $4,800. If she'd stopped at the first sign of temperature elevation, a new thermostat, $120, would have fixed it. Example 3. The complete destruction. 2015 WRX with 45,000 miles. Temperature spiked to maximum on the highway. Driver kept going because the shop is just 5 miles away. Those 5 miles destroyed. Head gaskets, catastrophic failure. Cylinder heads, cracked, unrepairable. Piston rings, scored from overheating. Turbocharger, oil coking from extreme heat. Total loss. Engine replacement required, $8,500. If he'd stopped immediately, towed to the shop and diagnosed the issue, failed water pump, $350 repair. His decision to drive 5 more miles cost him $8,150. Why people make this mistake. Let me address the psychology of why smart people make this fatal mistake. It's not that bad yet. The temperature is elevated but not maxed out. You think you have time. You don't. Damage is already occurring. I can't afford a tow truck. A tow costs $75 to $150. Head gasket repair costs $2,500 to $5,000. You can't afford not to get towed. I need to get to work, home, or my appointment. Your schedule doesn't matter to physics. The engine doesn't care about your appointment. Stop. Call in late, reschedule. It's cheaper than an engine. Maybe it'll cool down on its own. It won't. Whatever caused the overheating won't fix itself while you drive. The problem will get worse, not better. I've made it this far. I can make it the rest of the way. This is gambler's fallacy applied to engines. Past success doesn't predict future outcomes. Each additional second of overheating increases damage exponentially. What causes overheating in Subarus? Understanding what causes overheating helps you prevent this mistake entirely. Coolant loss, leaking hoses, radiator, water pump, or head gaskets. Even slow leaks eventually result in low coolant and overheating thermostat failure. Stuck closed, coolant can't circulate. Common failure on Subarus with 80,000 plus miles. $120 to $200. Fix becomes $3,000 plus if you drive while overheated. Water pump failure. The impeller breaks or the pump seizes. No circulation equals immediate overheating. Common on Subarus at 90,000 to 120,000 miles. Radiator blockage, external blockage, debris, bugs, leaves, internal blockage, corrosion, contamination, reduces cooling capacity. Cooling fan failure, electric fan stops working, overheats in traffic or at idle, fine. On highway, common electrical failure. Head gasket failure, creating overheating. Failed head gasket allows combustion gases into cooling system, creates air pockets and pressure, reduces cooling efficiency. The failure creates the overheating, which makes the failure worse. Low oil level, not directly cooling related, but low oil causes hot spots. Hot spots accelerate head gasket failure. The correct response to overheating. Here's exactly what to do when your temperature gauge climbs. Step 1. Notice it immediately. Don't ignore warning signs. Watch your temperature gauge regularly. Any deviation from normal warrants attention. Don't wait for the red zone. Step 2. Take immediate action. Turn off the AC. Reduces engine load. Turn on the heater full blast. Helps dissipate heat. If in traffic, pull over immediately. If on the highway, pull to the shoulder as soon as safely possible. Step 3. Shut down and assess. Turn off the engine. Don't open the hood immediately. Pressure and steam danger. Wait 10 to 15 minutes for initial cool down, call for a tow truck. Step 4. Never test. If it's okay, don't restart and see if temperature is normal. Don't try to drive a short distance to a better location. You've already identified a problem. Driving more only makes it worse. Step 5. Get it towed. Towing costs $75 to $150 typically. This is the cheapest insurance you can buy. Never drive an overheated vehicle. How to prevent overheating entirely. The best way to avoid this mistake is to prevent overheating in the first place. Monitor coolant level monthly. Check the overflow reservoir when cold. Top off as needed. Any significant loss indicates a leak. Find and fix it. Replace thermostat preventively every 80,000 to 100,000 miles. Cost $120 to $200. Prevents the most common cause of sudden overheating. Replace water pump with timing belt. If your Subaru has a timing belt, replace the water pump at the same time. Usually every 100,000 miles. Labor is already done. Minimal additional costs. Flush. Cooling system regularly. Every 50,000 to 60,000 miles prevents corrosion and blockages. Use proper Subaru coolant. Only inspect hoses and clamps. Every 30,000 miles, replace any hoses that are soft, cracked, or swollen. Tighten loose clamps. Test cooling fans. Turn on AC and verify fans run. Any fan failure should be addressed immediately. Watch for early warning signs. Slight temperature elevation. Sweet smell, coolant leak. Steam from hood. Coolant spots under car address. These immediately before they become overheating. The cost breakdown. Stop versus keep driving. Let's look at actual costs if you stop immediately when temperature rises. Tow truck, $75 to $150. Diagnosis, $50 to $100. Typical repairs, thermostat, $120 to $200. Water pump, $400 to $600. Radiator, $400 to $800. Coolant hose, $50 to $150. Maximum likely cost, $800 to $1,000. If you keep driving into severe overheating. Tow truck, $75 to $150. You'll need it eventually. Diagnosis, $100 to $150. Head gasket replacement, $2,000 to $2,500. Cylinder head resurfacing, $300 to $600. If heads are warped beyond repair, $1,500 to $2,000 replacement. If you contaminated oil system, $500 to $1,000 additional. If you damage pistons/rings, $3,000 to $5,000 engine rebuild. If you crack the block, $4,000 to $8,000 engine replacement. Typical cost after driving while overheated, $3,000 to $6,000. Worst case, $8,000 to $10,000. The I can't afford a tow decision costs 30 to 100 times more than the tow. The bottom line, one mistake will blow up your Subaru head gasket. Continuing to drive when the engine is overheating. Why it's catastrophic. Extreme heat causes immediate thermal expansion and warping. Aluminum heads warp in minutes at severe temperatures. Head gasket seal breaks, creating a cascade of failures. Boxer engine design makes it worse than traditional engine. The critical decision, temperature rises leads to stop immediately equals $800 to $1,000 repair. Temperature rises leads to keep driving equals $3,000 to $8,000 repair. How to prevent it? Monitor coolant levels monthly. Replace thermostat every 80,000 to 100,000 miles. Replace water pump with timing belt service. Flush cooling system every 50,000 miles. Watch your temperature gauge constantly. Address any cooling system issues immediately. Remember, no appointment, no deadline, no destination is worth destroying your engine. If your temperature gauge climbs, pull over immediately and shut down. Call a tow truck. Pay the $100. Save $5,000. Don't be the person who makes the almost home decision and destroys their engine. And if you want to make sure you never miss a critical warning sign or preventive maintenance item that could save your engine, check out the 500,000-mile car maintenance blueprint in the description. It's the complete guide to keeping your Subaru running forever, including every critical checkpoint that prevents catastrophic failures like this one. If you found this video helpful, be sure to watch this next video as we're sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.